The root of Chinese Qigong. Sensations commonly experienced in still meditation. In the beginning stage of Qigong practice, you learn how to regulate your body, breathing, and mind. Then when you start to practice Qigong, especially sitting meditation, you can enter into a deep level of meditation where the Qi readjusts and balances itself, reaching every little place in your body. When this happens, you may experience many kinds of feelings or even have visions in your mind. Many of these feelings cannot be experienced when you are not in meditation. The Chinese call these sensations Jing Qi, which means Qi scenery or Qi view, because they do generated by the Qi. Because they are generated by the Qi. We will now discuss some of the common sensations you might experience. Do not expect that you will experience all of these sensations or that everyone will experience them. It all depends on the individual, the time of day, and even the environment in which you are sitting. The 8 touches or physical and sensory phenomena, the Bachu, 8 touches, are sensations which are often felt during Qigong practice, such as sensations of heat, someone touching you, or heaviness. In Chinese, they are called Chugan, or touch and feel, or Dong Chu, moving touch. Some practitioners list these 8 phenomena as 1. Moving or Dong, 2. Itching or Yang, 3. Cool, Liang, 4. Warm, Nuan, 5. Light or Qing, 6. Heavy or Zhang, 7. Harsh or Se, and 8. Slippery or Hua. Other practitioners list a different 8. 1. Shake, 2. Ripple, 3. Cold, 4. Hot, 5. Float, 6. Sink, 7. Hard, and 8. Soft. You should understand that all these sensations are common and normal in Qigong practice. Even Qigong beginners will sometimes feel them. If you experience something, analyze it to determine the source or cause. If it is a natural phenomenon and the result of redistribution of qi, let it happen and don't worry about it. Conversely, if any of the above phenomena occur for other reasons, correct the circumstances that are causing them. For example, if you feel cold because the room temperature is too low, either put on more clothes or turn up the thermostat. Do not expect these phenomena, do not look for them, and do not be worried about them. Simply follow nature and let it happen. Take it easy and continue your practice. Keep your mind clear and calm and do not be disturbed or distracted by anything that happens. Sensations of movement or vibration. This is a different sensation from what we mentioned above, where one part of the body spontaneously starts to move or tremble. This sensation happens in still meditation in Dantian area. When you train sitting meditation for a while, you might first experience a feeling of warmth in your lower abdomen. After a couple of weeks, you may find that the area around your dantian starts to vibrate by itself. This means that the qi is full at the dantian and it is time for you to use your yi to lead the qi through the small circulation. Normally, this is the first sensation which people begin sitting meditation experience. It gives you the confidence that you are practicing correctly and that you are making progress. Sensations inside the abdomen. Once you feel the warmth and vibration in your dantian, the abundant qi will spread out through your abdomen. The motion of your abdomen as you breathe increases this qi circulation in your intestines. Sometimes this causes sounds in the intestines and the release of gas. After this happens for a while, you will feel warmth and the other sensations in your abdomen, and you will feel the qi flowing smoothly and strongly. Sometimes this may make you sweat. After you have practiced for a while, these sensations will disappear as all the channels in the abdomen open up and the qi is able to move without any stagnation. The sensation of lightness. After you have completed your small circulation and the qi is circulating smoothly inside your body, you may experience that when you enter into a deep state of meditation, your physical body seems to disappear, or your body feels light and airy. This is a very comfortable sensation. However, if you let your mind be distracted by this sensation, it will disappear. You should be aware of what is happening, but don't pay attention to it. Usually, in order to reach this stage, you must have regulated your body into a very deep state of relaxation, where your breathing and heartbeat slow down to the minimum and your mind is extremely calm and peaceful. White scenery. Clouds in the empty room. Sometimes, when you have entered a deep meditative state, you will suddenly feel your physical body disappear and your chi mix with the surrounding chi. When this happens, it seems that the entire room is empty and filled with a white cloud or fog. If you pay attention to this scenery, it will disappear immediately because your mind is not familiar with emptiness and generates an image of familiar physical scenery to fill the void. If you find yourself experiencing this white emptiness, just sense or feel it. Do not put your attention on it. This scenario will happen only when your mind is completely regulated into a highly concentrated and relaxed state. The Taoist Wu Yizi said, if you desire to fill the abdomen with qi, must first empty the zin, or regulate the zin. If you desire to generate the white, you must first empty the room. This sentence tells you that in order to train yourself to make the qi full in your abdomen, you must first have an empty zin. That means you must regulate your zin until there is no zin. Only then will your mind be able to concentrate your yi in your lower dantian to start the fire. Build up the qi. White here means pure, clean, light, like fog, like clouds, and represents the disappearance of the physical body. In order to make your qi unite with the surrounding qi, you must first let go of and ignore all of the objects in your minds or room, including your physical body. 6 other sensations. When you reach a higher level of Qigong meditation, there are 6 other common sensations which you may experience. These are 1. Dantian is hot and is if it were on fire. 2. The internal kidneys feel like they are boiling in water. 3. The eyes are empty, emitting a beam of light. 4. Winds are being generated behind the ears. 5. An eagle is shouting behind your head. 6. Your body is energized and your nose trembles. These 6 phenomena are called the 6 verifications, Liu Jing, by Taoist Wu Shu Yang, because they verify that you are following the correct approach in your meditation. So, the internal kidneys feel like they're on fire, the eyes are emitting a beam of light, wind is generated behind the ears, eagle is shouting behind our head, and our body is energized and our nose trembles. 6 transportations. When you have reached the level of regulating your shan will be high and its linked supernatural power will be able to reach farther than any ordinary person's. Your mind will then be able to communicate with the 6 natural powers. 1. Seeing the present. Your mind is so clear that it can analyze and understand events or incidents clearly and thoroughly. This happens because when you have learned to regulate your mind, you are able to see things or events from a natural point of view, from a neutral point of view, without being confused by your zin. Since most people cannot do this, you can see more clearly than most people. 2. Understanding the past and seeing the future. Your mind is able to understand the past and predict the future. Since your mind is clear, you will be able to analyze what has happened, understand its causes, and see the results. As you experience with objectively analyzing the past accumulates, you will be able to see what will happen in the future, since people remain the same and history always repeats itself. Viewing the entire universe. When your meditation has reached the highest stage, your spirit is able to feel or sense the entire universe. You will spiritually see the mountains, the sky, rivers, oceans. At this stage, your chi and the universe's chi have united into one, and you are able to freely exchange information. This stage is called unification of the heaven and human, Tian Ren He Yi. 4. Hearing the sounds of the universe. Through your spirit, you are able to listen to and understand all of the sounds generated by the variations of natural qi, including the wind, rain, waves, and many other things. You will also be able to hear spirits and communicate with them. Seeing a person's destiny. After you have 5. Seeing a person's destiny. After you have experienced all of the changes of the natural chi field and accumulated all the past information related to human beings, you will be able to see a person's mind, personality, and true nature, and this will let you see his destiny. You will even be able to see his spiritual future, whether it involves enjoyment, heaven, or suffering, hell. 6. Knowing a person's thoughts. Since you have energized your spirit and brain to a highly sensitive state, your brain will be able to open to a much wider band of wavelengths. You will be able to match wavelengths with other people's mind and see their thoughts. Taoist Wu Zhenren said, return to emptiness to combine with the Tao. After you have reached steadiness and your spirit is able to leave your body, your spirit is able to suddenly enter, suddenly leave your body. Then you are able to communicate with the 6 or 10 nature powers and are able to transform into thousands of changes and 10,000s of variations. Nothing cannot be done. This is a stage of Buddhahood and enlightenment, when you are able to separate your spirit from your body and unite with nature. Deviations and corrections. Once you are able to build up the qi in your body, especially at the dantian, if you are not cautious, your qi might deviate from the correct path and bring you into a dangerous situation. This is caused by the lack of knowledge, misunderstandings, and wrong training methods. In Qigong practice, deviations are called Zhu Hu Ru Mo, which means misled the fire and enter the devil. Misled the fire means to lead the qi into the wrong path, and enter the devil means that the mind enters the domain of evil. When this happens during Qigong practice, serious problems or injury usually result. In this section, we will discuss the causes of common Qigong deviations, then we will discuss the deviations and how to correct them. Causes of deviation. The Qigong style trained does not fit the individual or their circumstances. Many practitioners do not understand that every style of Qigong has its own special training method and objectives. Each Qigong set was created by a knowledgeable Qigong master to train a specific group of people. For example, Iron Shirt Qigong is used to train people whose bodies are already stronger than the average person's. If you are weak and force yourself to train Iron Shirt, you will encounter difficulties and deviations. Therefore, you choose a Qigong style for your training. You must first know your body's condition, the purpose of your training, and the Qigong style chosen will help you to improve your health. Naturally, you must first have a good knowledge of each style. Normally, for a beginner, a knowledgeable master must help you to decide the style of practice. However, with Qigong styles, which are used to improve one's general health, such as the 8 pieces of brocade and 5 animal sports, you do not have to worry too much about deviations caused by choosing the wrong style. Such styles were created for the average person, so you are safe as long as you follow the instructions. Lack of a firm mind or a knowledgeable teacher. The most important thing in Qigong training is to find a knowledgeable teacher and stay with him. Without a qualified teacher, there is a good chance you might be taught incorrect practices. Once you have found a good teacher, do not lose your patience or confidence and change to another teacher. If you do that, you may change from one training theory to another, which will only increase your confusion. If you train Qigong without patience, perseverance, or confidence, and a strong will, sooner or later you will find yourself in a situation which is confusing. where deviations can occur. Anticipating phenomena. One of the most common causes of deviation in Qigong is expectation of a phenomena that you have heard or read about. Just because someone else has experienced something doesn't mean that you will experience it also. If you expect something to happen, and especially if you try to make it happen, you are very likely to fall into the wrong practices. In no time at all, you will be misled by the wrong sensations or by experiences created solely by your mind. The body and mind are not regulated. Many Qigong practitioners have encountered serious deviations caused by the body tension. For example, after a long day at work, your body is tired and the muscles are still tense. Before practicing Qigong, you should calm down your mind, regulate your breathing, and help your body relax and recover from its fatigue. Any attempt to circulate qi when you are tired is dangerous. Deviations are also common when people circulate qi before their minds are regulated. For example, if you are excited or mad, your yi is unsteady and it is dangerous to use it to lead your qi. If you cannot regulate your mind, you should not practice. If you practice under either of these circumstances, your qi can become stagnant or enter the wrong paths. It is very common to experience a headache or various pains in the body. You should remember that regulating your body, breathing, and mind are the basic requirements before you regulate your qi. Losing patience. It is very common for some practitioners to lose their patience during practice and use their yi aggressively to lead the qi. This is very dangerous, especially for beginners. When you practice Qigong, you must take your time and be patient and confident. Your understanding and experience will grow with practice. When the time is right, what will happen will happen. For example, many Qigong beginners practice circulating Qi in the small circulation before they really know what Qi is, and before they can move their abdomens in a relaxed and easy way. This will only cause problems. It is like a child playing with fire before he knows what it is or what it can do. Mixing imagination with the Qigong exercises. Qigong is a science. It is not a religion or a superstitious belief. Imagination will lead you to the wrong path, and it is a major cause of fear. Imagination is the major cause of entering the domain of the devil. Most people who have imagination are lacking in scientific knowledge and understanding. They are still confused and wondering what they are doing. External interference. Some of the worst deviations are caused by external disturbances during Qigong meditation. For example, you are meditating when suddenly you are shocked by a ringing telephone, a loud noise, or a friend talking to you. Such a thing can cause serious injury, especially when you are circulating qi in a small circulation circle, or are practicing other higher levels of qigong that requires great concentration. Therefore, before you practice, you should prevent all possible disturbances. Believing non-professional opinions. A common human failing that most of us share is that we tend to believe and trust other people's judgment more than our own. We are especially open to advice from our friends. When you encounter a problem during practice, do not discuss it with anyone who is not experienced with Qigong. You can discuss it with your teacher or your fellow students, but it is best not to talk about it with friends who are not practicing Qigong. You are likely to be much better qualified to evaluate things than they are. Not following the advice and rules of the masters. The last part of this section will discuss 24 rules which you should observe while practicing Qigong. You must believe in and obey these rules to avoid the most common causes of serious problems in practice. Though we have pointed out many possible causes of deviation and danger, you should not let this scare you away from practicing Qigong. Every scientific study or practice always has some level of risk. For example, you would not ban swimming simply because some people drown, and you shouldn't refuse to drive a car even though many people are killed or injured by them. The proper approach to any of these things is to understand what you are doing, know their source of potential problems, define the training rules, and proceed cautiously. Most of the deviations we will discuss happen to Qigong practitioners who are able to generate a strong Qi flow, yet still do not understand and master the regulation of the body, breathing, and mind. You should understand that once you generate strong Qi in your body, if you do not know how to lead it, it may move into the wrong paths and affect your body's normal Qi circulation. This is harmful and even dangerous. That is why they are called deviations rather than phenomena, which is the term we used earlier in the chapter to refer to experiences which beginners have. Deviations and corrections. Headache. Earlier in the chapter, we discussed the headaches which beginners have. Here we will discuss the potentially very serious headaches which happen to people who have developed more Qi. This headache is generally caused by an excess of Qi and blood, or a lack of oxygen in the brain. The excess of Qi and blood is usually caused by forced concentration, which means the mind is not regulated properly. Even when you are concentrating, both your Yi and body should be relaxed. If you force yourself to concentrate, your mind will lead Qi and blood to your head. You will become even more tense and you will get a headache. It is just like when you can't sleep. It's no good trying to force yourself to sleep. You have to want to fall asleep, but you have to relax and let it happen. The headache caused by lack of oxygen usually occurs when your breathing is not regulated properly. For example, beginners will frequently try so hard to concentrate their Yi that they unconsciously hold their breath. Holding the breath reduces the oxygen supply to the brain and causes headaches or dizziness. It is therefore very important for the beginner to regulate his breath until it is smooth and natural. This means regulating the breath without regulating. Only then should he learn to concentrate his mind on leading the Qi. If you get a headache while practicing Qigong, stop training immediately. Regulate your breathing until it is smooth and lead your body into a state of deep relaxation. This will help all of the Qi channels in the neck to open, and the Qi and blood which has accumulated in your head will be able to move down to your body. Externally, you may massage both temples and lead the Qi and blood down. You should also massage the Feng Qi, or wind pond, cavity figure on the back of your neck, as well as the muscles there, pushing downward to lead the blood and Qi out of your head. Finally, put the center of your palm on the Bai Hui 100 meetings cavity on the crown of your head and lightly circle around a few times, and then follow the muscles on the back of the neck downward. Stagnant Qi in the upper dantian. When you have stagnant Qi in your upper dantian, it feels like you have a piece of flypaper stuck on your third eye. This usually happens when you have been concentrating there very intensely. Normally, when you concentrate your Shen, your upper dantian area feels comfortably warm. However, if you feel comfortable, the Qi is stagnant. When this happens, massage your upper dantian and lead the Qi towards the temples and down on the sides of the neck. Another way is to massage your upper dantian with your middle finger a few times, then lead the Qi down to the eye bridge, finally spreading the Qi down over your face. Dantian feels expanded and uncomfortable. Although this is a phenomenon which is more common with beginners, people with some experience may also encounter it. It usually happens when you use too much force to move your abdominal muscles in and out. If you train for a long time, the muscle will be tired and you will not be able to control them. When you train your abdomen to move in and out, it must remain soft and relaxed. If the muscles are tense, the Qi will stagnate there. If you find that your abdomen feels uncomfortable and the Qi is stagnant there, overlap your hands and massage your abdomen in a circular manner a few times. Then open your hands and brush the Qi down to the thighs. Pressure and discomfort at the diaphragm. This uncomfortable feeling usually happens when you use reverse abdominal breathing. It can also happen during normal breathing if you are not regulating your breathing correctly. In reverse abdominal breathing, as you inhale, you push the diaphragm down. while pulling your abdominal muscles in. This can cause a feeling of pressure and discomfort. Therefore, when you practice, you should start your reverse breathing on a smaller scale. With the smaller movements of abdomen, after you have practiced for a while, you will realize that there is a limit to how far you can move your abdomen without feeling pressure on your diaphragm. However, if you already feel uncomfortable, that means the chi is stagnant because of pressure and tension around the diaphragm. You should stop training immediately. Overlap your hands and gently press on the solar plexus a few times. Then brush downward on the sides. Back pain. Back pain in Qigong is usually caused by incorrect posture. This happens especially during sitting meditation. Incorrect posture can cause your qi circulation to stagnate. It can also increase pressure and tension on the muscles. If you have back pain, stop practicing immediately. If you force yourself to continue, you will only disturb your mind and make everything worse. If possible, have someone massage the painful area, figure 14. Following the spine downward to the hips and spread the chi to the sides of the body and downward to the legs. If you continue to have back pain, then you meditate. You may gently lean against some support. You should not lean directly against solid wall or anything that can drain your chi. Nocturnal emissions. This happens when you have built up your chi and do not know how to keep it and circulate it. If you do a lot of dantian exercise, the chi will be full there. Your sexual organs will be energized and your body will be producing more hormones. This will increase your sexual desire and cause frequent erections, often without apparent causes such as physical or mental stimulation. If you do not have any sexual activity, internal sexual pressure builds up, and your body will automatically release the pressure through nocturnal emissions about once a month. If you practice Qigong and the semen is released automatically more than twice a month, then it is not normal. That means you are not converting the essence into Qi and circulating it properly. In order to convert the essence into Qi and circulate it, when your Qi is full, you should coordinate the movement of your Hui Yin cavity and anus with your breathing. This training will be discussed in more detail when we discuss the small and grand circulation and the marrow brainwashing Qigong in the future volumes. This problem can also occur when the Qi level in your lower body is lower than normal. When the lower part of your body is deficient due to sickness or excessive walking, there is not enough Qi to keep the muscles functioning normally, and you will occasionally experience nocturnal emissions. This can also happen if you train Qigong incorrectly, or if you get involved in Qigong before you have completely recovered from an illness. In this case, massage your lower dantian and abdominal area until they are warm after each Qigong practice. The Qi circulates strongly by itself. Sometimes people will beat up Qi faster than their Yi can control it. This can be extremely dangerous. It is like driving a car when you don't know how to steer. If you cannot control your Qi, it may go the wrong way and cause serious injury. Many beginning Qigong students are enthusiasts and impatient and try to regulate their Qi before they are able to regulate their body, breathing, and mind. When you feel the Qi move around by itself, especially while training, the small circulation, they are related because they think it is a sign that they are making progress. When you find that your Qi is building up and you cannot control it, you should stop practice completely for a period of time. Practice regulating your body, breathing, and mind until you are confident and understand what you are doing. Only then should you start regulating your Qi. The wisest course is to consult with an experienced master. However, many times you will find the Qi moving or distributing itself on a small scale. This usually does not last too long and stops on its own. This is nothing to worry about, and you should simply continue your practice with a calm and peaceful mind. Do not confuse this experience with what happens when you train certain Qigong exercises that build up Qi in particular areas so that it will later circulate strongly by itself. These exercises were designed for the purpose, and the automatic strong Qi flow is expected. Qi entering the wrong path. The main reason that Qi enters the wrong path is that your mind is scattered and not regulated. If your Qi is strong and your mind is not regulated, the Qi may go anywhere. It might make your internal organs too yang or too yin, and you could become ill. Qigong without a regulated mind is like a car with a drunken driver. It is extremely dangerous. Always remember, regulate your body, breathing, and mind first before you regulate your Qi. If you are already ill because of Qigong practice, stop practice immediately. Relax and get enough rest and wait until the Qi regains its balance. You usually do not need to see a doctor. If you keep calm and relaxed, the Qi will balance itself. When you start again, begin with the most basic regulating exercises first, so what you do not fall into the same problem again. Stiff tongue. When the tongue is stiff in Qigong practice, it can stagnate the Qi in small circulation. Practice relaxing your tongue at the tip lightly touches the roof of your mouth. Only when you can do this naturally and comfortably should you start practicing the small circulation. I think this will be my 50th. Um, and I try to do as much as I can to fit as much of the book in it, but I couldn't, so I think I'm just gonna keep going, like day 51 out of 50, 52 out of 50, and so on. That's all. Thank you. Bye.